There's nothing wrong with this dog. Down. I don't think she's unpredictable. I think she's very, very predictable.
Okay.
Very predictable.
Well, she's a bit reactive, as you can see.
It's Roman Palmer from Alliance Canine. We're here to assess a reactive Belgian Malinois. It's Sunday, but we've still got to get some work done. Let's see what we can achieve here.
Her name's Athena, and she's, how old is she now? About 2?
2.
Sit.
Sit down.
Yeah. What, about 6 months she started doing this?
Yeah, it was about 4 months old. Before then, she was going to people, waggy tail, and then there was a couple of incidents with the dogs. People.
Sit.
Since then, I've not been able to.
Sit. Sit.
Sit. Should I get anything with her because I'm worried?
It's not.
She needs more than that. And then I end up feeling guilty, then I end up playing with her then.
But I'm glad you've said it's mindset that needs to change. Because it's not the dog that needs to change. The dog will always be who she is. What we need to do is increase your education and your understanding of her and how to guide her through stressful situations.
That'd be great.
Teaching her to be patient and not make demands, and not allowing her to pull on your emotional heartstrings, because that is all the control element of the dog. Dogs are that intelligent. They were on this planet way before we started domesticating them, bringing them into our household and feeding them 3 times a day and all of that. I know that she's playing this game so well, but that's what dogs do. Naturally, they are bred to gain control of situations to survive. It's just genetics. They are very intelligent. What she's done is worked you guys out very quickly without you actually even working her out, because you didn't have the skill set, you didn't have the teacher there to tell you, this is why your dog's doing this is how to channel that behavior into positive things, this is how to overcome certain situations and barriers that you will hit with dogs of this caliber, to build your confidence and make you want to go out and find the problems. Because that's what my job is. I need to find the problems within this dog. Whatever is good, fantastic, we'll work on that after. But the things that you find frustrating and problematic are what we need to target with this dog. The quicker we address that, the quicker you can start to have fun, the quicker you start to build trust, the quicker you start to build your confidence, and you actually look forward to the challenges, because that is what is going to make the problems go away. So people think I'm crazy. When I've got a reactive dog, I go out and I'm looking for other people with the dogs, because I want to solve the problem. I want to teach the dog how to behave when other dogs are around.
Yeah, I always do.
Yeah, and people get nervous. I say, when I take my clients on a walk, I'm looking, I say, oh, there's someone there with a dog, let's walk over that side, let's cross the road over towards them, and they're panicking. They think I'm strange. Yeah. But that is how to educate your dog on what your expectations are. Now you have a lead on. Yeah, she's getting ready for it. What is she getting ready for? What is she hoping for at that point?
She does not leave my side.
Well, give her some clear guidance. Tell her to go and lay back down over there.
Lay down.
You've said it once. That's enough for me at the minute. Be patient. That is what she thinks of your lay down instruction. Lay down. What does that mean? What could I do instead? Already, you've said it once, and she's still, well, I'm not listening to that. So you have a lead. Guide your dog back to your significant point. Be patient. Whoa, no lead pressure. Just be patient. That's a demand that I don't think you are in a place to make with that dog.
Okay.
Because that builds conflict. Without a real understanding of why should she be there. So you just pulling down on the lead makes her think, oh, you're challenging me. Well, I'm not challenging you. I'm educating you on what my needs are as your leader. So all I want you to do, put your, she's done it now anyway. Fantastic. Drop your lead. Drop your lead. We're building trust here. Just be patient, because now your anxiety, the dog's picking up on that. Well, why are you nervous? You're not nervous, you're confident. So you're just going to drop the lead. What's the worst that could happen when you drop that lead?
She's going to go for you.
And do what exactly?
Bite you.
Really? What makes you think that she would want to bite me? She's been laying down there the whole time. I read dogs every single day of the week. If I didn't think she was capable of it, I wouldn't instruct you to do it. But in your mind, what has led you to the point that you think she might get up from there and bite me just because you've dropped that lead.
I'm thinking, oh, she's got freedom now. She knows she's got freedom.
She hasn't got freedom. She's got opportunities, but she has zero freedom because you told her to lay down there. That doesn't mean freedom. That is a simple instruction that will be followed, and if it's not followed, you have to be there with the consequences to teach her what the consequences are of wanting to bite guests that have come into your home, that you've allowed in here. I'm not a burglar. In a significant point, you're now going to get ready for a walk. Your dog's staying there. Go and get ready for your walk.
Don't drop the lead.
Yep. If she moves at any point, you are going to address that.
Okay.
Go and put her back. Well done. Do not repeat your instructions.
Lay down.
That's it, you've told her once. You have to convince her now.
Good girl.
Would she normally be more stimulated at this point? Would she normally be more stimulated at this
Yeah.
point? Okay.
Okay, so let's grab her now then.
Yep. And present your dog to the door for a walk.
Come on then.
So even there, look at this. There's where you've lost control already, look. Go put straight back into it down.
Lay
'Cause I
down.
would expect her to get up from the down a little bit more respectful
Okay.
and a little bit more engaging with you. And now she's showing signs of stress because it's not going the way that she thought it was going to go. Push her bum into a sit first. Go back into position. That's it. Tell her to lay down.
Come on.
Well done. Instruct her to lay down. Well done. You can instruct her to lay down.
Lay down.
Be patient, because now she's making demands because you've got your coat on. Well done. Excellent. Keep hold of your lead. And then this time when she gets up, just take a slow approach, because she jumped up and she's like, right, we're off. Just make sure everything is nice, slow and steady paced. Better. You've got engagement as well. Pull her back.
Come on.
Well done. And then walk out again. You need to walk, she needs to be beside you or behind you, but not in front of you.
Okay.
Right then, show me some problems.
Stay. Yeah.
Reinforce it.
Sit and stay.
Without shouting.
Right, okay. Okay.
So what does the okay mean?
Bit free.
Free?
Like,
To do what exactly?
go.
Go and be a nuisance? Go and bark at people? So look, already here. She's already making decisions on where she's going and what she wants to do on this walk. Go on then. This is going to be fun.
Come on. Ew. It's
What is she
looking for
doing?
a cat.
Whose cats? Neighbours' cats?
Yeah. She hates him.
But look, if you notice, the dog is not paying any attention to you whatsoever.
Oh dear, here we go.
What?
Someone's coming.
With what?
A dog.
Okay, well, show me. Come on, just be natural. And at what point does she see that dog and start to react? This point?
Come here.
And that dog started first. Okay. Keep walking this way.
Okay, come on.
Sorry.
Come on, ew.
So, for me, I've already seen enough. I would be taking that dog nowhere.
It's horrible.
Yep. Let's go back.
Enough. Stop it. Stop it.
let's go and have a debrief, Athena.
Stop it. No. Stop it. Hang up. Stop. Stop it.
Easily solved.
This is why I go back home and cry.
Yeah. But we're not going to cry. Go on, take her back inside. Because I do have a plan.
Okay.
Well done.
Good girl.
Yeah, that was a lot. And if that's what you're going to get, is leaving the house, I'm not prepared to walk this dog until I've got clarity on why we are leaving the house. But I could see that building up from the moment that you got outside the door and was basically, go on then, free time. Because you didn't even understand what you was trying to tell her to do. So with a dog with these kind of characteristics, she just did exactly what you told her to do. In my opinion, the dog did nothing wrong there. She did exactly what you told her to do.
Yeah.
Okay, go on then, be free.
Yeah.
That's what a dog of her caliber does when it's free. There wasn't any clear instructions on, come outside and follow me. Look at me. Do this. Sit there. Lay down there. There was no clear instructions there. So that's what needs to change. But we need to do it in the right environment. We can't go outside and allow her to behave like that in front of your neighbours and people with dogs. So the next part of this process is to start to, because all of this is easy, this is manageable.
Yeah.
When we start to create a good boundary, like a crate, it will make it a more harmonious environment when you're not here for the dog.
Okay.
The next part of this is to condition the dog to display characteristics like this in different environments, but a controlled environment, which is my facility. As and when I believe that she's calm and stable within my facility and we've got distance and duration in place, I will then start to present distractions such as other dogs. We'll condition her how to behave around my dogs. The problem that I have using my dogs as demos or distractions is that they are not reactive. So the dog that we just saw outside kicked off at her, maybe even before she kicked off.
Yeah.
My dogs won't do that. So it's not realistic, but it's a good starting point to socialize her and build her tolerance around other dogs. Once we've got clarity on that in my environment, we then go outside to start to find dogs that we don't have control of. But if she doesn't prove it with my dogs first, that are calm and stable and are good role models for her to interact with, it's unfair for us to expect her to see dogs outside like that one that will bark at her and expect her not to create back. Back into your down.
Lay down.
Yeah, be more direct with a demand. That's her challenging you slightly there. Yep, well done. That's a nice approach. Good. Excellent. Well done.
Yeah.
Then,
Oh, wait, stop shit now.
it's pretty normal. She's got, that is all within that dog, and currently you are not putting that into the right channels.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to come out in the
Yeah.
wrong ways.
Okay.
But for me, I've seen so much worse. The main thing here is that you have an understanding of the dog and the characteristics that the dog has. You're now working with me so that I can show you what to do with these traits. At the minute, she's just lost. You're lost, she's lost. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it is.
So with clear instructions, with you having clear instructions on what we need, it's then easier for the dog to follow what your lead is. At the minute, you don't know what you're doing, so neither does she.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, this is all great. You keep me up to speed with what's going on in the house, you create these boundaries, you get a significant point for the dog, such as a bed or a crate, and we'll start to build an understanding of your expectations within the house. You then bring the dog to my facility and we start to condition the dog to engage with you with other distractions in a unfamiliar environment. We get clarity there, and then we move outside into the big wide world, going on walks at Rother Valley, places like that, taking her to supermarkets and places where we can't control the environments, but you would still expect her to behave at a very high standard. Then all your problems have gone away. And then we move on to advanced things like off-lead recall, taking her out into social settings and not having her on the lead if they are your goals.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
But you've made the first steps of contacting me, being very honest about your situation, because if you're not honest, I can't help you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people withhold things and they don't stay in contact with me when they're not in a one-to-one session with me, and then I come back and it's just unfair for the dog because they're not being transparent. Yeah, they're not being transparent. But I don't think you've got a lot to worry about here. All that I've seen does not worry me one bit. And I do have clients, or I have had clients previously, that are in this situation with a dog like that, and I'll be really honest with them and I'll say, why have you got this dog? What are you doing with a dog of that caliber? Because you have no way of controlling it. You have no hope of managing that dog. Now, if they take that information and then really change and convince me that they want to work with me to achieve their goals, they have to do a lot of work. It's not me convincing them that I need their money and they should work with me. It's them convincing that they need my help. Whereas with you guys, I think if you follow my instructions, this dog is perfect for you. But you just have to have that support. You have to be dedicated. You have to have consistency. All three of us have to work together as a team and be supportive. Just like you were then, you said, we're not meant to be pointing. You know, pick each other up on the parts of you teaching the behaviours, what confused the dog. But you need this support network. Even your guests and your visitors and people engaging with the dog, they have to be on board, or else they can't be involved. Because then we get clarity. You've got clarity, the dog has clarity, and the journey is just a lot easier and the process is a lot quicker. Now, some people say, well, how many sessions is it going to take? I have no idea. All I know is that if you follow my instructions and you keep me up to speed on what is happening, the process will be enjoyable. Not going to be easy, but it will be enjoyable.
Yeah.
Because she's not an easy dog to manage, and I can see that.
Yeah.
She's very intense, but I've handled dogs a lot worse and got excellent results. So what have you guys learned today, and what are the key points that you think have helped that you've not received from other trainers?
It's mainly stuff in the house as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think
We've never had
home visits, have we?
Well, we have had home visits, but
what was different in that home visit to my home visit? What can you take away? What can you start to implement that wasn't clear before?
I think it's I never saw how much,
She ain't allowed to follow you around.
Yeah, like I never saw how much she was demanding from us. I always just thought, she needs it, like, she's a Mali, like I need to give her all this stuff to help her. And
you can give her stuff if you want, but not because she's demanding it.
So yeah, so that's definitely something that I've taken away that I've not had before. Just need to make sure we keep consistent. I think in the past it's been about mainly outside.
Yeah, I think we've tried, instead, like you say, to find balance here and then implement it somewhere else before you go.
Yeah. It's not fair on the dog to do that. Now, me, with my expertise, I can take that dog anywhere and I'll get clarity wherever it is, because I know what I'm doing, I know what to look out for, I know when to be positive, when to be negative, and the dog understands that. But this is not so much about the dog's understanding and skill set, it's yours. It's your understanding and your abilities to be able to read a situation and communicate to the dog what your needs are that make all the difference. It's not the dog that needs to change here.
Yeah. Like, I would never have walked past someone new that's come into the house and left her there. I would never have done that.
So I hope that that's shown you can have visitors here if you manage and control the situation. You can have anyone here that you want. Look at the dog. She's not bothered. As long as you have control of the situation. She's registered. You've got control here. And all you have to do is implement. Go and lay down over there. You're not repeating yourself. You're not emotional. You're not getting stressed or anxious. It's a clear instruction. And enforce it. That's it.
Maybe keep the lead on her then, because...
All the time.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to instruct her to do things if she doesn't have the lead on? How are you going to enforce it? How are you going to make sure that she understands you're not asking, you're telling her what to do?
Yeah.
If you don't have the lead on, you're going to be...
I was just imagining I was chasing her around.
I'm not chasing a dog. I have a lead on to direct it to a significant point. Once the dog has an understanding of what that instruction means, I don't need a lead on at that point, because then I could click and point and the dog says, I understand what that means. But the moment you're clicking and pointing, the dog doesn't understand it. Yeah, she's looking at the next best thing.
Okay, so in terms of like getting on the bed with us, getting on the sofa,
It's all on
only
your terms.
only if we say so.
It's all on your terms. The dog can't see you getting to bed and go, right, it's bedtime, I'm jumping up there.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you
That's
when you
what
get
she
on this
does.
bed.
What about access to like toys and...
They're your toys. When she's been good, use them to stimulate her.
Okay.
But she can't go and pick a toy up and say, right, plonk that on your lap, you need to start playing with this with me. She shouldn't be getting toys out of there and destroying them and then looking at you and demanding that you go to the pet shop and spend £40 on toys. Why do you find that funny?
That's what she does.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not doing it. The toys are mine and they will be provided to help us build a positive relationship, not for you to destroy them.
So you know what I thought about that?
What?
I thought, oh, that's giving her enrichment because she's shredding
Because
it.
she's shredding things.
Yeah.
No, that's teaching her to be destructive and move on to the next thing once that's worked
I was like, it's
Think
giving her what
yourself-
she needs.
Think yourself, look, if you haven't done that to your sofa.
Yeah, no, she's really good to be fair with
Good.
the stuff in the house, apart from the doors, when she's opening them.
Good.
Yeah, as you can tell.
So, freedom's gone. Her bank account is at 0. She's now going to start to earn trust and respect from you guys. You have bad habits, so they are still going to happen, but with time, you'll find new ways of managing and communicating with the dog that work better.
I'm just thinking of, if we do have a crate that we could put up, she just won't, I know she won't go in it, so maybe...
She's in a crate right now. She's got no problem with it. You just can't see the boundaries. She's in the crate now. The door's wide open and she's staying in it.
She'll just keep putting her back in.
You have no problem with it. It will be fine.
And what about when I'm working from
Just
home,
keep her in the crate.
downstairs, and I'm upstairs, or
Yep.
move the crate?
Just keep her in it. The more you work on it when you're there and she's comfortable, why would she
Yeah.
have an issue once she's
When I
left?
leave, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we'll work in here and put her in the crate and then slowly move yourself
Yeah.
upstairs. But leave the crate where it is.
Yeah, that'll be fine. And anything that you are doing, you just have to keep in touch with me so I know. And if something is not working, show me the evidence, tell me, and
Address it.
we'll change what it is that we're doing if it's not working. This is a tailored plan. This is not one size fits all. If something's not working, we have to make changes.
Okay. So for now, don't leave the yes, work on leaving the house.
If you can tolerate that stuff, do it. But the quicker you get to my facility and get an understanding of how to gain control when she's like that, the more your walks will be enjoyable. Yeah, I'm not putting myself in that situation. That wasn't nice.
No.
And it depends what dog she's doing that to. If that old lady had a bigger dog and she didn't have control of it, and then that dog's pulled towards her, you've got a big problem on your hands.
Yep.
And it's very
She's
confusing.
had fights in the past.
Yeah, it's very confusing for yourselves and the dogs and everyone else looking on it. So I just wouldn't be willing to put my dog into a situation like that because you don't have control.
So we're okay doing stuff in the house for now until we come and see you.
Yeah, you just need to get to my facility ASAP. And because I've seen so much good here, it doesn't concern me that when you get to my facility it's going to be really difficult. It's that after that, it's actually being in society with dogs that are unmanageable where the work needs to be done.
They come running up to you.
Yeah, but then I'm still expecting my dog to be under control.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to go down and then help get their dog back to the owner, and just trust that she will just stay
And
there.
you see how effective that can be when you see how my dogs respond to her being reactive to them. They're not interested. They'll just look to me and say, Dad, have you got control of the situation? You have? Okay, I'm fine being here then. That's where you need to get her to.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So feeling positive?
Yes, when can we come and see you?
I don't have my diary. Once I get home, I'll get my diary open.